My 11-year-old daughter stopped talking to me. Not completely, but the deep conversations, the laughter, the closeness we used to have were gone. She'd answer my questions with one-word responses and spend most of her time in her room. I thought it was just a phase, a normal part of her growing up. Then a family therapist asked me a question that broke my heart. She said, "When was the last time you were fully present with your daughter without an agenda, without teaching or correcting, just being together?" I realized it had been months, maybe longer. I'd been so focused on managing her life that I'd forgotten to connect with her life. The therapist gave me 7 simple daily habits, things that take maybe 20 minutes total, and within 3 weeks, my daughter came back to me. We're close again, she shares with me again, and our relationship feels alive in a way it hadn't in years. If you feel like your connection with your child isn't as strong as you want it to be, hit that like button and subscribe right now because these 7 habits are going to rebuild that bond starting today. Let me start by saying this. Connection with your child isn't about grand gestures or big special activities. It's built through small, consistent daily moments where your child feels seen, heard, and valued. Research on attachment shows that children need what psychologists call serve and return interactions, moments where they reach out and the parent responds with warmth and attention. These 7 habits create those moments every single day. The first habit is the 2-minute morning connection, and this sets the tone for your child's entire day. When your child wakes up, before you start talking about what needs to happen or what the day holds, spend 2 minutes just being with them. Sit on their bed, give them a hug, ask how they slept, and make warm eye contact. The key is no agenda, no rushing, just presence and affection. This tells your child's nervous system that they matter more than the to-do list, and it creates a foundation of security that carries through their day. I started doing this, and the difference was immediate. My kids stopped waking up defensive or cranky. They started the day feeling loved instead of managed, and it changed how they interacted with me all day long. The second habit is the after-school reconnection ritual, and this is critical because how you greet your child after separation sets the tone for your evening together. Many parents, myself included, used to greet kids after school with questions and tasks. How was your day? Do you have homework? Did you remember your lunchbox? But when children have been away from you all day, what they need first is connection, not interrogation. The habit is this. When your child comes home or you pick them up, stop whatever you're doing, get down to their level if they're young. Make eye contact and greet them with genuine warmth and affection. A hug, a smile, eye contact, and something as "I missed you today, I'm so happy you're home." Then give them space. Don't immediately ask about their day or assign tasks. Let them decompress for 15 or 20 minutes. Later, when they're regulated and ready, they'll open up naturally. Since I started doing this, my kids actually tell me about their day instead of shutting down. They feel safe coming home because home is where they're welcomed, not where they're immediately questioned and given more tasks. The third habit is device-free dinner time, and I know this is hard, but it's non-negotiable for connection. Dinner is often the only time the whole family is together, yet so many families eat with the TV on their phones at the table. When screens are present, a real connection is impossible. Your brain can't fully engage with a person when it's also processing screen content. The habit is making dinner a sacred screen-free time. No TV, no phones for anyone, including parents, just conversation and presence. Ask open-ended questions. What was the best part of your day? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Tell stories from your own day. Laugh together. This daily practice of face-to-face conversation builds trust, communication skills, and a deep connection that nothing else can replicate. Our family dinners went from silent or distracted to genuinely fun. My kids started looking forward to dinner because it became about connection, not just food. Comment below right now and tell me, which of these first 3 habits do you already do? Be honest, I want to know where you're starting from. The fourth habit is the 10-minute one-on-one time, and this is the most powerful habit on this entire list. Every day, spend 10 minutes of completely focused one-on-one time with each child doing whatever they want to do. No teaching, no correcting, no agenda. Just following their lead and being fully present. This could be playing a game they choose, building with blocks, drawing together, or just talking. The key is your full attention with no distractions and no directives. Research shows that children who receive consistent one-on-one attention from a parent have better emotional regulation, higher self-esteem, and stronger attachment. 10 minutes doesn't sound like much, but when it's a truly focused presence, it fills their emotional tank in a way that hours of distracted time together never could. I set a timer for 10 minutes with each of my kids before bed, and they cherish this time. They feel special, seen, and prioritized. Our bond has strengthened more from this habit than anything else. The fifth habit is bedtime connection, and this is your last opportunity of the day to fill their emotional cup. Many parents rush through bedtime because we're exhausted and just want the day to end. But bedtime is when children often open up about worries, fears, or things on their mind because they're winding down and feeling vulnerable. The habit is slowing down bedtime and making it a time of connection, not just task completion. After the routine is done, sit on their bed for a few minutes. Ask questions like, what made you happy today? Or was there anything hard about today? Share your own highs and lows from the day. Give them your calm, loving presence as they transition to sleep. This sends them to bed feeling safe, connected, and loved, which affects their sleep quality and how they wake up the next day. I used to rush my kids through bedtime because I was desperate for alone time. When I started prioritizing these 5 minutes of real connection, bedtime became peaceful instead of a battle, and my kids sleep better because they're emotionally settled. The sixth habit is physical affection throughout the day, and this matters more than most parents realize. Touch is a primary love language for children. Hugs, high fives, a hand on their shoulder, ruffling their hair. These moments of physical affection release oxytocin in both your brain and theirs, which strengthens your bond and regulates stress. Make it a habit to give physical affection multiple times throughout the day, not just when saying goodbye or goodnight. I started being more intentional about this, giving my kids hugs when they walk by, putting my arm around them while we watch something together, and holding hands in the car. Physical touch communicates love in a way words sometimes can, and my kids have become more affectionate and secure because of it. The seventh habit is celebrating the small moments, and this is about noticing and acknowledging your child throughout the day for who they are, not just what they do. Instead of only commenting when they succeed or mess up, notice the small things. I love how creative you are. I noticed you were really patient with your brother today. You have such a kind heart. These observations tell your child you see them, you notice them, and you value who they are becoming. This habit shifted my perspective from being a manager of my children's behavior to being a witness to their becoming. I started noticing and celebrating small moments of character, effort, and growth, and my kids started seeing themselves more positively because of what I was reflecting back to them. Here's what happened in our family after implementing all 7 habits consistently for 2 months. The connection I have with my kids is deeper and stronger than it's ever been. They come to me with their problems, their fears, their joys. We laugh together daily. They feel secure in my love for them, and I feel deeply connected to who they are, not just managing what they do. Our home became warmer, calmer, more joyful. But I also want to be honest. These habits require intentionality and time. You can't do them half-heartedly or inconsistently and expect results. The first few weeks felt like work because I was building new patterns. But now these habits are just how we do family, and they don't feel like effort anymore. They feel like the best part of my day. Let me be really practical. If the 7 habits feel overwhelming, start with 3. The 2-minute morning connection, the 10-minute one-on-one time, and device-free dinner time. Those 3 alone will transform your relationship. Once those feel natural, add the others. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress and intentionality. If these 7 habits resonate with you and you can see how they'd strengthen your bond with your child, please share this video with another parent. So many of us are going through the motions of parenting without the deep connection we crave. Drop a comment and tell me which habit you're going to start with. Or if you're already doing some of these, share how it's impacted your relationship. And make sure you're subscribed because we're building a community of parents who prioritize relationship and connection above everything else. Thank you for being here and for caring about your connection with your child. That relationship is the foundation for everything else in parenting, and these 7 habits are how you build a strong one. Relationship.